Me, I'm a demon. I worship the devil. For real, I worship the devil.
Mirembe handi ichionade intie wemwega na you watcher. Now this is Phil McLeod on another episode of trying to break down on what really happened, and today I'm going to focus on spiritualism and the power of words. And whatever you say has consequences, and sometimes we can only understand that by analyzing incidences or the past events of people that we know that are no longer with us. For example, what do you understand by the term that the family of the late Francis General Ogola had to respect in accordance with his own words? Why do you think it had to happen that way? That aside, as you think about that, there is a video which was live, and our little young brother who is late now, and the Truth Watchdog has been trying to dig deeper on what happened, and I think here is what happened. Look, listen to this, and then you tell me, are you agreeing with this? Because this is exactly it. Let's listen to the video.
Me, I'm a demon. I worship the devil. For real, I worship the devil. For real, I worship the devil. That is why everybody now is talking about me. Niluambia aje killer live. In the next 5 months, you'll be talking about who? Chira, nobody else. I worship who? The devil. Thank you. Ngoja tu. Anaweza nyamaza hapa. R.I.P. Chira. Live zote. Kila mtu aniongelelea. Na uko msoto ngoja. Ile pesa niko karibu kupata wewe utadu.
Now, as you've heard from the video, the boy has said very critically that I'm gonna review it for you, but I'm gonna play it for you so that you can catch up after listening to it. So the boy has said,
I worship the devil. For real, I worship the devil. For real, I worship the devil. That is why everybody now is talking about me.
Now, let's start from there. For the Christians and any religion that believes there is righteousness and there is also evil and darkness, there is head of everything. As for the righteousness and holiness, there is supreme being called God, and we believe in him. Personally, I am a Christian. Now, on the other end, we have the dark power and evil power. They also have their own head, and this is who we call the devil, okay? Lucifer. And we believe as Christians, he was dropped from heavens to the earth to lead and rule the world, because that's what the Bible says. But now again, I don't want to preach to you, because this is not a preaching session. This is analyzing what does the word's power carry. And as you can listen to Brian Chira himself, this was on a live TikTok, and I think many of you have already interacted with the video. The boy is saying he worships the devil. You know, he worshipped the devil. I'm going to play that again so that we can confirm.
Killer live. In the next 5 months, you'll be talking about who? Chira, nobody else. I worship who? The devil. Thank you. Ngoja tu. Anaweza nyamaza hapa.
Right there, you've heard him say, I worship the devil. Now, this is being more of against the rule of nature when you worship the devil. And many times you've heard of the stories of Illuminati. Of course, I'm not sure about that because I've never been one. Freemason, whoever worships these dark energies and evil powers and demons and evil spirits, they have something in common. It's about riches, it's about popularity, it's about fame, flamboyancy, and they just want to look like they are the ones who are in charge. Even as the Truth Watchdog was breaking it down, I'm glad you're calling him now the Walking Dead. And it's a good name because, you know, if somebody can only walk while they're dead, they are powerful than life itself and death itself. So good, thank you for that. Now, back to analyzing this, it means that this person has no regards and respect to God who created him, as we believe as Christians, and maybe even Muslims, I think so. And he was worshiping a dark energy, a dark person, and the head of that dark energy and that person supposed to be the devil. So when I say this power in words, as you listen to this boy, is like predicting as much as he's agreeing with his own words and confessing, whatever you confess, you possess. And as he's confessing, saying that I worship the devil, he's agreeing to something. He's saying, look, I know my stand, I know where I'm headed, I know my leader and all that. So in this picture, it's telling us this power in words. And he says, Father, that I am going to be the topic of the day for the next 5 months. To be honest, I know about number 3, I know about number 7, and I know about number 12 when it comes to spiritualism. But now when it comes to number 5, it's an odd number. It's not even number. It's an odd number whereby I cannot tell and relate it to where, even when it was the issue, was it five fish and 3 bread, or 2 bread and 5 fish? I don't know. But now I can't break it down in matter with spiritualism. But again, when you listen to this boy, he's saying, we're going to be talking. He predicted. He saw this coming. And now we are talking about it. I'm telling you, now that is the power of words. Whether you're telling people things by jokes, whether you're serious or you mean what you're saying or you don't mean it, this is what exactly happens. When you keep on calling yourself poor, 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 I'm telling you, even if you got money, with a poor mentality, you will still remain poor. Okay? When you keep on confessing, I am rich, 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 when you get money, the riches are with you. You walk in humility, knowing who you are, and you'll never see. By the way, we have big guys, we have big boys, we have Elon Musk, we have the kina Uhuru Kenyatta's, the kina Raila Odinga's, the kina Jeff Bezos. And these guys, you'll never see them on a pinnacle of a hill and anywhere proclaim on CNN or Fox or BBC, or Citizen in Kenya, like, I am rich. You guys, you owe me no shit. I can feed all of your families. They say nothing. They say, why do you think there's no music, there's no radio, there's no TV in banks? Have you ever asked yourself? Because somebody said money does not love noise. But again, back to our boy Brian Chira, he's saying, look, the money I'm gonna earn is gonna make you speak about me in all lives. And I'm telling you, as you've been very, very keen since the death of this little one, despite of his character and despicable things that he did, I am not about that, and I am not even God to judge. But I am after this. Look, there is something, as much as, when we were on this live and the Truth Watchdog was breaking down, I am going to announce the person who did this. And when he did it, many of you, and I can remember clearly and vividly, Peter Kioi asking, Truth Watchdog, allow me cut you short. I'm sorry for this, but as much as you've given us the killer, did you know the motive of... And that was a very sentimental and very, very nice question. Only that it was being asked at the wrong time, without analysis, without investigations, and without the confession of the murderer. You cannot. If I come and pinch you, the motive of pinching you is not with the pain that you receive, it is with me. Whether I was passing a message, whether I was tickling you, whether I was allowing you to have my attention, the motive is with me. So it cannot be with the investigator unless the murderer or the person who enhanced the action has confessed. So back to our little one, Brian Chira. I'll keep on calling him that because he's a little brother to me and he's a young man, so he's not of my age. I'll keep on referring to him as such, so that when you hear your kids talking and just throwing words, you'll be careful. You won't allow them to go that direction because you're trying to bar something, to protect powers that comes from the words. So in the event of, he said, the money I am going to make, according to this boy, as you listen, you see?
Chira. Live zote. Kila mtu aniongelelea. No, kumsoto ngoja. Ile pesa niko karibu kupata wewe utadu.
All right. Right there. Ile pesa niko karibu kupata wewe utadu? That is a question posing to you. This boy knew he had a bright future. He knew he's going to get a lot of money, and he knew his position in the society, life was going to change for good for him. So what we are saying here, we're trying to say, despite us trying to find the motive, it is the wrong direction to go. As many have seen in comment section, being ruthless and brutal to TWD, the Walking Dead himself, trying to analyze down and telling you this is not the direction to take. The accountability, the wild, and I think, yesterday he said, and I think there is more to this. It is not just about, money. This was a cover-up. And if you want me to go into details about the cover-up, maybe you need to tune in into the next video. But now the cover-up, in short, means there was something sensitive. There was something huge. Because the correlation between these two is wanting. In one occasion, I heard somebody mention that this pretended to be the manager to Brian Chira. But now, when Brian Chira is talking about the future and the money he's going to make, it wasn't about, my manager is working on my project and I'm going to become rich and every one of you going to talk about Brian Chira and my name going to be there for the next 5 months. You get what I do? No. It was the money I'm going to make. It was owning, knowing this is my deal. This is my thing, okay? So, now the Truth Watchdog goes to the scene and collects all the evidences and all the questions when everyone was just busy trending the photos and the pictures and the videos, even some of them that makes you ask us as humans, are we still humans or we just lost it all together? I don't know what happened. Because for the first time in history, I saw someone being washed in a morgue on a video. Personally, I have lost my grandfather. I have lost my cousins, but I've lost friends. I've buried so many friends, but I've never seen that happen for the first time. And I'm like, why? Why? We just lost a prominent Kenyan. That is Francis General Ogola. I'm telling you, we didn't even know the direction of the wherever. I know it's along Raila Road, the new one right now, which used to be Mbagathi Road, but we never used to know, I never used to know there's a morgue there for such senior people but we didn't even see the gate. In fact, the media was not even getting close to the gate where he was because he was secured, respected, and well covered, okay? Now, here comes, we are still trying to, he was hit by a canter, for heaven's sake, even if you are so shallow thinker. How on earth a canter? Tell me about Kalongolongo to lorries and Kalongolongo, Cocomelon, small stuff hit you. Yes, that canter of Kalongolongo can hit you. And then, yes, of course. But now a real canter hits you. My goodness. Bwana, utakuta kichwa huko, like almost half a kilometer, if you have to get it. And if it gets the nice impact to smash you, we cannot recognize your own face unless by the virtue of DNA. So, back to why. It is now the answer that lies within the words of this young man, Brian Chira. And he says, the money I'm going to take, for those who doesn't understand Swahili, he says, the money I'm going to have, you're going to be talking about me. So he knew very well this money is coming. Meaning, either he had deposit. He was so sure. And as we heard, okay, those are still speculations until proven right, which are saying he had this deal, he was going to be a model, and he's going to earn a lot of money. They've mentioned a figure of 22 million. 22 million. Okay. I'm not trying to say that is too much or that is too little. I'm trying to say for the age of that young man, that was money to change his entire life. And that is just one gig. Okay? That was enough to change his entire families. Even as much as we drag in the family, the shosh, and try to hate on her, throw trash at her. In fact, when people are talking negative, sorry Peter Kio if you're gonna watch this, but I'm telling you, bwana, hata sisi tumezaliwa na wamama kama huyo shushu. If somebody else called your mama names right live on camera and the whole world is listening, how could you feel about it? Leave alone your kid, leave alone your brother, your mother. Some of us didn't have the pleasure of growing with our mothers, and with our mothers rather, and we still respect them. We still respect women. And I'm so ashamed when I see another woman saying, huyo mama hana shukurani, huyo mama mbona sai. Did anyone just resurrect Brian Chira to be thanked? To be told, oh, hail Baba T, thank you for bringing Brian Chira back. Kudos, kudos, King Rosso, nyef, nyef. You got to be have sensitive part in you. You have to be like, what if it's me? In the last video, I told you, if I point like this, the last 4 fingers are pointing back at me. So the question is, when you talk over this show, she's ungrateful, on what part of the planet that you lose somebody close to you? And I won't judge anyone's culture. I don't want to talk about Kikuyu's culture. I don't want to talk about Luo's culture. No, just a matter of humanism and common sense. Where on earth do you hear somebody has lost something valuable? Wewe hapa tu sahi, Truth Watchdog has been telling you, we have scammers are stealing your money through the M-Pesa app. And it has been happening. Now, when you lose that money, you're the same people come on his live and confess and say, I am so AIM global, they are scammers, they did. And you feel pain about that little money. Little money. Now, we are talking about a whole soul, a whole human being, lost, buried 6 feet under, and then here you are calling the living names. Hata kama ujali, omba Mungu isiwahi kukufanyikia. Omba Mungu isiwahi kukufanyikia kwa sababu ikikufanyikia. And now, we go back to the motive. The motive is that this young man, and I am praying, whoever, whether it's TWD or whoever gonna dig it down to the last soil, get the forensic report from who? From the telecommunications that this young man used to use, whether it's Safaricom, Telecom, or Airtel, or whichever, Orange, I don't know whether even it does exist. When we get that one from, especially we want to get it from Safaricom if there were any communications made via this. So when you go deep down to it, and maybe social media, right now they can be, erased and deleted to hide something, but I'm pretty sure they are very smart tech guys who can go dig and hack those systems and tell you whatever was transpiring between this deal. And once we get that, you'll get to know there's power in words. And this young man was not talking about his end, was talking about his beginning in flamboyancy, in richness. And you wonder why I was lucky among the people who had to meet Brian Chira when he was live, only that my meeting with him wasn't this touchy meeting because it was a glance at a distance. And this time he had visited Akina Tiff Dolly. You guys know Tiff Dolly? She's all over TikTok, yeah? She just did another video of this lovey-dovey thing, whatever. But you know Tiff Dolly, right? So Tiff Dolly had invited Chira, and they were even live on Tiff Dolly's when she had this account which was headed to almost 1 million following. I don't know what happened to that account, but that one happened. For those people who have been here the longest, we can tell you. Sometimes we just pretend to be silent, thinking, not interested, but we see everything. We pretend to come out full force like the dawn tells you, you will be so shocked. So the thing is, when I saw this boy, we looked at each other, and I think he confused me with the TWD because he was like, why I wasn't saying hi? Why? Because by then I was training Tiff Dolly and this other one. I think you remember the other one, those who are following. So the other friend to Tiff Dolly. So my point is, when I saw this young man and during this chaotic time of exchanging between Azad and Wu and all those things, I saw the potential in this young man. He just needed a real mentor. And TWD warned you. He told you this young man doesn't need this flamboyancy of houses, money, and what and parties. What he needed is a guidance. And I'm saying that with authority because once upon a time, the TWD you see today, when he was a young lad, he needed guidance, and I was there every step of the way. Thank you so much. Keep on subscribing and share this video. I'm so glad to host you, and I'm looking forward as we continue analyzing and learn from it because this is the time. Subscribe, share, salute, and ciao.